The fire at Springwood is one that flared up this afternoon and evacuations were ordered. Our reporter Alex Hart is in the 7 News chopper this evening. Alex, how's it looking?
Well, Mark, you can see there are still significant flames burning deep in the bushland here in the Blue Mountains. A number of fire trucks are on the ground just behind those flames. We're told there are some 284 firefighters on the ground and 41 appliances trying to keep this under control. There is a lot of nervousness around given how quickly this fire got away from authorities yesterday. The threat level has been downgraded to watch and act, but they are just a few hundred metres away from the St Columba's School. And you can see that as we pull out now, the St Columba's School just to the south of those flames. The fire has burned right up to the perimeter of that college. There's no immediate threat, but obviously a fair bit of concern. As then we move further across to the left, we can see on the southern edge of that smoke, that's where we've seen a number of water bombing helicopters working very hard over the past hour or so, targeting spot fires. Like I say, a lot of nervousness. They don't want this fire to get out of control, as it did yesterday. As a result, we saw a school evacuated nearby, not that one, another one, Springwood High School. The official count at the moment in this area is some 81 properties have been destroyed and 37 damaged, but only 30% of the area damaged has been surveyed, and that count will rise much, much higher. Having been on the ground, it will be several hundred homes. There is a lot of concern about spot fires in this area, but at the moment, no immediate threat to any homes, but still a long night ahead, Mark.
Alex, I guess it all depends on Mother Nature. What's the weather and, more importantly, what's the wind doing at the moment?
Well, at the moment it seems to be burning in a bit of an easterly direction, pushing this smoke across, but it's not all that strong. So for the time being, the conditions are relatively favourable, and they're predicted to be so for a little while yet. So as I say, they do want to do their best to bring this under control as soon as possible, Mark, before that weather does start turning bad toward the end of the weekend.
Righto, Alex Hart in the 7 News chopper, thank you. Now, earlier, firefighters at Springwood were working to protect properties under threat on Chapman Parade and north of Rita Avenue.
An emergency warning sent residents of Chapman Parade scrambling for safety this afternoon.
We'll go, we'll just go. They're things, it's only things, so rather be safe.
Neighbours tried to protect their homes with garden hoses.
Just trying to keep everything wet and hopefully that does the trick.
Springwood High students were evacuated to Falcon Bridge Public School away from the ongoing threat of spot fires. Dozens of residents spent the night at Springwood Sports Club. They woke today not knowing if they could ever return home.
We probably won't have a house.
You don't know at the moment?
We don't know, but it's not looking good.
Others did know.
That's all I've got. That's all we've got.
I mean, we've got each other, we've got the dog and we've got our family, so...
Have to make it work.
9-year-old Mia was at Westmead Hospital for a brain operation which had to be postponed as her family home burnt down.
So I trust God, and I just think that He will look after us and our family is okay.
Joan Murray runs a childcare centre in Winmalee. Firefighters couldn't save the play equipment, but they did save the centre and, most importantly, the children who were playing there.
There's flames all around us, so to keep the little ones okay, we start singing. And the first song that comes to my mind is If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands.
The disaster has triggered government relief payments for many of the people affected, but it's support from community organisations and charities like those gathered here providing the help they need now. The Prime Minister witnessed the suffering firsthand.
Make it work. Well, that's probably the best therapy when you've had a bit of a shock, isn't it?
Yeah. Ashley Moore's family lost its home as well.
We grieve for everyone impacted by these fires.
The general public's chipping in, the Salvation Army swamped with donations.
Well, pieces of paper in my pocket of numbers from people who want to volunteer, it's just been crazy.
Alex Hart, 7 News.
We have breaking news live now to Jodie Spears at Springwood. Jodie, you have the initial damage estimate from that fire.
We do, Mark. Confirmation this evening that at least 81 properties have been destroyed in this blaze alone and 37 homes damaged. That is in just a third of the fire ground, though, that assessors have been able to get to today in just 17 streets. So the losses are expected to still potentially run into the hundreds here just for this blaze alone. I'm at Springwood High School this evening, which was the scene of a lot of concern for authorities this afternoon when it came to the welfare of students who were relocated as you've heard. In the last 45 minutes or so, though, the emergency warning that was in place here has been downgraded to a watch and act alert level. So that is some good news for the residents here, but it's still a very nervous wait for them and a very tough time for firefighters. Mark?
Yeah, let's hope that wind stays away. Jodie, thank you.